It feels for all the world like Steve Sarkisian might have written a check that Texas Tech is going to force his ass to cash because he decided to do what coaches do on caravan stops, and Texas Tech said, nah, son. Bring your ass outside. Come outside. Stop running your mouth. Run your hands. Woo! Let's talk about how it just got live off in here after the bumper. My goodness gracious. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If you're into that, subscribe. Become one of the more than 152,000 people that subscribe to Adapt and Respond, a college football podcast. You can also find us on the Apples, on the Spotifys, wherever it is that you like to get your podcast. But as with all things, you're going to find what you're looking for here first on the YouTube channel, like this YouTube exclusive, in which Joey McGuire decided he ain't going out like that. Turn into Jerry McGuire real quick. I got Rod Tidwell and you don't. My gosh, I love this so much. All right, so I'm doing this. Like, I already recorded the show. Maybe you already watched the show, right? I recorded the show for Thursday, thinking, all right, let's talk through some stuff. And then Joey McGuire got to the mic. Now, today was supposed to be about the Big 12 throwing in this lot with the Big 10 going, we too have you voted unanimously to want a 24-team playoff. That's what we want. We also understand it might come with us needing to play another conference game. We're okay with that. That's okay. But that's two of the four Power Four leagues saying unanimously we want a 24-team playoff. That is not insignificant. That is enormous news, especially in the face of the SEC folding its arms and going, nah, we ain't voting on that. Ain't no votes on that till December. Putting off the inevitable, dog. Thanos is right there. He right there. I just tell him, take your ass, whoop it like a man, which is exactly what Joey McGuire is telling Steve Sarkisian Texas. My God. All right. So for those of y'all living underneath that particular rock, say hi to Rocky the Iridian. I hope that you made it back to Iridia and you was doing fine, because that's how far you need to be away to understand that Steve Sarkisian got in front of family and started talking the way you do in front of family, except there was microphones near him while he was talking to family, so he took a shot at the folks up in Lubbock. Now, what he has said was, there's a team in our state that plays in another conference that has a schedule that I would argue if I played with our twos and our threes, we could go undefeated. And they'll probably make the CFP this year. Goodness me. All right, so first it was Steve Sarkisian was using Texas Tech to try to make a point about how difficult it is to win in the SEC. Yes, Texas beat Oklahoma. Yes, Texas beat Texas A&M. Yes, Texas took a one-score loss to Ohio State. Texas also got his ass beat by Florida, which when it finished 3-9. Texas almost got beat down by Kentucky, if not for the good graces of Kentucky. Texas also allowed Arkansas to stay way too close in the game they shouldn't have been in. Texas had its ups and downs, is what I'm saying. Texas ended up exactly where Texas should have ended up, in the Citrus Bowl, playing against Michigan. And now, once again, they feel like they own something. And Sark must feel like he got something, because, frankly, I wouldn't be talking out the side of my mouth like this if I ain't got nothing. So when I take a shot at Texas Tech like he did, I would expect the dudes from Texas Tech to hear me. And it ain't like the dudes from Texas Tech acting like they above it. They not doing that. That's not what they do at Lubbock. No. They don't turn the other cheek in Lubbock. They pull out the other six-shooter in Lubbock. You understand me? It is not about being the bigger man in Lubbock, Texas. It's about having the bigger revolver in Lubbock, Texas. That ain't what they do out there. You got to know, they ain't out there to slap fight. They out there to punch you with closed fists. Look, man, I could have warned Steve Sarkisian, who admittedly is from Utah. You know what I'm saying? From Utah. Don't pick no fights with people in Texas you ain't ready to scrap with. Like, not for nothing. I pick fights with folks from Texas. They know who they are. I'm also ready to scrap with them because I know who's across the mat. I know this. I don't think Steve Sarkisian had a great understanding of who's across the mat because he operated like this Texas Tech is the Texas Tech that was here before Cody Campbell got involved. Nope. You got to understand. Cody Campbell is a man who became a billionaire on oil. Cody Campbell sold his billion-dollar business and said out loud, Texas Tech football is going to get a lot better. And what he meant was Texas Tech athletics is going to get a lot better. I don't know if you noticed or not, but Oklahoma softball team is going to miss the College World Series for the first time in 8 years. You know who going? Texas Tech. You know who won the national championship? Texas Tech. You know I got the highest paid softball player in the country? Texas Tech. You know who paid $5 million for a quarterback that might be ineligible? Texas Tech. And that's the other thing that I can't really wrap my head around. Steve Sarkisian had to know that when he said all this, Brendan Sorsby is ineligible to play football for Texas Tech University. We will find out whether or not that boy is eligible to play football for Texas Tech University through an injunction next week. But for now, it's looking more like Kirk Francis will be the starting quarterback at Texas Tech University week 1 if things go bad. And by bad, I mean Brendan Sorsby is not allowed to play college football until he serves a suspension. Will Hammond doesn't come back from injury until his, clear from his ACL. And Kirk Francis, who is a Tulsa product, a Metro Christian Tulsa product, and started at Tulsa, is going to be a dude. But even knowing all of that, Steve Sarkisian decided to go take a shot at Texas Tech after it won its first conference championship and made its first trip to college football playoff, got a 4 seed. Never mind that Texas has been to that thing twice now and can't seem to get past the semifinals. They got an attitude because Texas Tech made it from the Big 12 all the way to the 4 seed. Never mind they got beat down by Oregon. So what had happened was we get to the Big 12 having meetings. And, what was supposed to be about the 2014 playoff turns out to be about Joey McGuire and Texas Tech doing what Joey McGuire and Texas Tech always going to do. They heard what you said. Cody Campbell hit the tweets the same day to say, schedule us then. If you feel like your 2s and 3s can beat our 1s, damn it, put it on the calendar. Put it on the calendar. Put it on the family calendar. Mark it down next to Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Texas Tech versus Texas. Put it on the calendar. To which most Texas fans just kind of shrugged their shoulders like, hey, you don't really want that. That's not what you want. You got a gambling problem you got to figure out. And then here comes Joey McGuire, who is one of the best high school football coaches Texas has ever produced. And he's becoming a really, really outstanding college football coach with a roster that once again can hammer. Are they down a quarterback? Yes, they are down a quarterback. But that did not stop him from saying, I talked with Texas State. I talked with Abilene Christian. Both of those programs are on their schedule, beat-em-up games. And he said we would love to buy out those games to play Texas this season, week 1. If not in Lubbock, then AT&T Stadium. We got us some Dallas Carter versus Odessa Permian right here, right now. You know how bad I want this now? You know how bad I want this? I want this so bad. I want this Texas on Texas crime so bad. I want them rich people from Austin to see what it takes, what it looks like when a roughneck got a little bit of money and starts going at your skull. Woo, boy. Yeah, man, look here. We got Steve Sarkisian, the bro with the sucker in his mouth, talking out his behind. And then we got Gary Gaines, Joey McGuire, lining up Ivory and them. Talking about, all right, Ivory, I want you to twist. Steen, I want you to come off their butt into the A gap, all right? Let's show these cock some bitches how we do. Oh, my God. I'm so into this. Hey, I can't wait for Texas Tech to be on the sideline. We're having a Don Billingsley Booby Miles moment. Hey, cover the points. Hey, cover the points. Don't fight it. Roll with it. That's right. That's right. I can't wait. I so want this 2-1 razor. 2-1 razor. I can't wait. I can't wait for Texas Tech to have somebody out there doing their best preacher man. Talking about, this my edge. This my edge. Oh, my God. So, and then you're in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Everybody quiet. And the one dude that everybody know when he get loud, it means something different. Start getting loud means something different. I heard Chris talking about that. We went through 2 days in 110-degree heat. I can't wait. Let's go. Put it on the schedule. Lock it down. Put it on the schedule. Texas, make it happen. Make it happen. Woo! That's college football, baby. That's what it is. Put your ones up against my ones. Let's do some ones. Get him, Joey. Get him, Joey.